Okay, good evening. As you can see my desktop, I started a little plan here, and because in this short tutorial I don't intend to teach the entire program, so I put some windows and doors in and some dimensions, and set them kind of the way I wanted to, and I drew some CAD objects here. Those are from under the CAD menu, right there. I used polylines for this border here. I intended it to be a border, and this title block. Now this is just a regular plan view. In Home Designer Architectural, oh, I said I was going to do it in 9. Well, forgive me. I already had this set up. I'm going to do it in 10. The tools are quite similar in Architectural 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Let's go over the File menu and look at Print and Page Setup, which I've already done. And I set the printer, there's a printer button, to a PDF maker that I usually make. And I set it to landscape and color and legal. 8.5 by 14-inch paper. And that's what you need to do too, whatever you intend to print to. Okay, you can see over here, like I said in the tutorial, which the one that is free online that comes with Home Designer, you ought to watch it first and then watch this one. You can change this scale over here, and I'll let the other video tutorial explain some of the ins and outs of that. I've done my print setup, and in order to see how it's going to print, you go File, Print. I said, I think in my original post I said Show Sheet, and that's something in Chief Architect and Pro, so my apologies. I'm going to go to Print Preview, and I set my print driver for 11 by 17, so I have a virtual 11 by 17 piece of paper here, and that's what I use to kind of lay out this border with. I'm going to set this up a little more exactly. I just zoomed in. I'm going to set that to 12 inches from the edge. That's just arbitrary. I'd have to print it out to see how it's actually going to work. I'm going to zoom in over here. I should get an automatic dimension. We'll set that to, what I said, 12 inches? Yeah, see, the plan view here is 1 foot equals 1 foot. Different from what I originally posted. But, you know, I should always probably look first before I shoot my mouth off. Oh, by the way, this you can see this fill window, building only, and it zooms in on the building, and then this fills the child window. Okay, I'm going to click over here, set that to 12 inches. And I'm going to do the same thing on the border. I'm not going to spend a lot of time making this just perfect, but make that 6 inches, make this... by the way, I'm selecting the edge or object I want to move, and then left-clicking on the dimension. That's another tutorial. Okay, so I've got basically a blank title block. If I want to break it into sections like you commonly see on blueprints, then I go over to CAD Tools, and whoops, CAD Tools, Draw Line. I draw some lines to divide it up. Okay, I'll go over to text. I'm going to put some text up here and put the numeral 1. Let's make it 15 inches tall. And I'll make it bold. Okay. So there's my page 1. I'll line that up a little bit. I'll click over here with the text tool, and I'm going to make that, I'm going to reselect it and make it like 20 inches tall. Okay. Scroll over and get that. See, my tutorials aren't nearly as polished as the ones that ship with Chief Architect, but I just make them up on the fly. Oh, that's a little bit large, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to open that up and make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, select the text and then change the attributes. We'll make it 18-inch text. That ought to be, yeah, that fits it a little bit better. Okay, and if you have a logo file or something like that, I'll give that a shot. I'm going to go import picture and import something or other. I'm going to go over to my documents. You get this interface here that's kind of like Windows Explorer. I'm going to go to, on my computer, be personal. I think there's another folder in here that's even more personal. And there's my son Carl. My son Alex. I'm going to use that. There we go. We'll use this thing. And brought it in there. Now I'm going to click on this image and grab a corner, and it'll stay in the same relationship that it imported. Just resize that and press the Control key so I can move it freely. And okay, there's my logo file for this demonstration. Okay, so there's how you would do a title block and set your print preview. And let's say you wanted to move this around on the sheet. Well, there's a command over here under print called center sheet. And maybe that's okay, maybe it's not okay. You can use this edit area tool. You want to do this carefully and keeping in mind that you have the undo command in case you mess up. I'm going to left click on edit area, and then I'm going to left click over here, and this is creating a marquee select. And just left click drag, and then I can move the entire plan around and maybe line it up the way I want it to. And that's the way it's going to print. And I could put some other things over here. And that's about it. Then you would go File, Print. Let's see, Print. I think I made a PDF. Yeah, it's all. Now, in the other tutorial that's online that Home Designer makes, this sort of thing's explained. I'm not going to use scale. I'm going to use fit to paper. I just don't know whether this is going to fit or not, so I'm just going to use fit to paper. And we'll print it and see how it comes out. I have no idea. I haven't checked this out. So if I mess up, then that'll be part of the tutorial. I should get a dialog from Qt PDF asking me to name the file that I just printed. There it is. One of my clients. I'm just going to print it to my desktop, and we'll just leave that the name of the file. You can change the name to a client's name or an address or something like that. I'm going to click on Save, and then Qt PDF or PDF 995 or several other printers like that will then create the file. Let's see, where's that file? There it is. Here's the file that I made. Let's take a look at it. Hopefully it'll open on the other monitor. I use two monitors. And there's a sheet that I made. So it's pretty much what you see is what you get. You can't, I'm not going to get into the nuances of printing at scale. That's kind of touched on in the other video tutorial that's offered online. And there's plenty of data, all the data you need in the reference manual. So, but this is a PDF file. It's not Home Designer. We'll go back to that. Let me open this back up. Well, I don't know. I'm getting an hourglass. I don't know why it won't come up. I'm sure Bill Gates has some reason for it. Okay, the program's already running. Where the heck is it? Well, sorry about that. Technical difficulties on this end, but that should help you out in terms of how you're going to put a border on it, how you're going to do your title block, and make your printings a little more professional. Like I said, it's a little heavier lifting in architectural than in Pro or Chief, and that's just the way it is. But I hope this helps you out some. Thank you.